Let me check with my scrap guy and see if he has another old mower I can work on. Hey, Mr. Scooby Dooby, do you have another scrap mower for me yet? So this is a Bowen's by MTD push lawnmower that I got off of a scrap trailer. This was headed to the scrap yard to be sold as scrap metal. I pulled it off the trailer, and this is what it looked like whenever I got it. It had been sitting for a while and just getting rained on and had dirt all over it. It was really dirty. And I'm going to take it and see if we can get this thing running, save it from the scrap yard. I'll try to get you some close-ups so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Right now I'm just looking at it. I'm getting ready to take the air cleaner off. And look, it doesn't even have a filter in it. It's filthy. Look how dirty that is inside that housing. It's wet, dirty, no filter. So I'm quite sure this carburetor's probably not going to look too good whenever I get it off, just based on that. Okay, let's take a look at the oil. It is overfilled with oil. I mean, the oil should be up to this little line right there, but it's all the way up to here. So somebody put way too much oil. I'm gonna see if I can pump some of this oil out of this mower since it's overfilled. I'm going to go ahead and take all of the oil out of here because it's really black, it's really dirty. So it needs to be changed anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and pump all the oil out of here so we can put fresh oil in it. Sure, you can see how dark that oil is. I mean, that oil needs to be changed bad. I'm going to go ahead and put some new oil back in this mower. Alright, let's check this level again. Alright. Got the oil level good now. I got an 8mm socket I'm going to use to take these 3 bolts that are holding the recoil starter on. So I can take it off and get it out of the way. This mower here is really dirty. I don't know how long it's been sitting, but you can see up here around the flywheel, it's really dirty. May have been sitting around for a while. Alright, we're going to take the air cleaner assembly off along with the carburetor, and it has 2 8mm screws and then 2 7mm screws that we need to take out. These 2 outside ones are the 8mm. And then we'll switch over to the 7mm to get the 2 inside screws loose. And there should be one right down here. And now it should just pull off. There's a tube connected to the back of it right there that you pull loose. That's just as dirty as the rest of it. pull the fuel tank off. Maybe I can see a little bit better. See that fuel line that comes from the gas tank over to the carburetor, and that's what we want to try to get loose. Pull it right here off of the carburetor. I'm going to go ahead and pour the fuel out of the gas tank the best I can into this little canister. That fuel is a dark blue. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to turn this camera up a little bit toward the light. See the difference in color, how light it is down there at the bottom, and then it's blue up above. There's a bunch of water in that gas tank. So all that clear down there at the bottom is water, and the fuel's up there on top. Okay, we're going to try to get this fuel line loose from the carburetor now that we've got the tank off and the carburetor off. There, that one was stuck pretty good. Here's this plastic carburetor, and you can see at least the outside of it, how filthy it is. If that's any indication as to what it looks like inside, it's going to be in pretty bad shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off, I'm going to spray the outside of it with the compressor, and then I'm going to spray it with some carburetor cleaner, and then spray it with the compressor again to try to get the outside of it clean before I open it up. So I'm going to try to keep from contaminating the inside as much as possible. The outside of this carburetor was so filthy I had to go back with a second round of carburetor cleaner and then spray it off or blow it off with a compressor again. And there was still a lot of gunk all over the outside of this carburetor. It took a lot of work to try to get it cleaned off before we could even open it up and look inside. That thing is filthy. I'm going to get a wire brush and brush it a little bit too, and then blow it off again with the compressor. In case you're wondering why it always sounds like a dog is breathing real hard around me during the video, this would be why. 3 dogs. Alright, it's not completely clean, but it is a whole lot better than it was on the outside. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these 2 screws out of the bottom. That holds the bowl. The bowl sits in the bottom of the carburetor. That's where your fuel comes in here from the fuel tank. and there's a little needle in there that when the float drops down, it allows fuel to go into the bowl so it can feed the upper part of the carburetor to go into the engine. And so we're going to take this bowl off so we can get to the inside of the carburetor and see how it looks and see what needs to be cleaned in there, if anything needs to be replaced. And these screws on the bottom of the carburetor are 7mm. So we've got those out. So now we're going to get a screwdriver and try to pry this loose. There we go. I don't know if you see where it came up there where I pried it. So now we can pull it open. Oh boy. You probably can't see it on the camera, but the bottom of this bowl has got all kinds of junk in it. All kinds of stuff that would get stuck in the carburetor. See all that little stuff? All that can close up those little jets inside the carburetor very easily and cause the motor not to run. So we'll get started cleaning. This is the float. This sits like this on the motor. Oh boy, that's all clogged up and stopped up. It won't even freely move. So the float should fall down, which drops the needle, which closes up the jet for the fuel to come in. And then as it fills up, the float rises and pushes the needle against the seat to close off the flow of fuel. So it goes up and down as the carburetor needs more fuel to work with to send to the engine. So this is not even moving, it's just stuck. So, and that's all clogged up. This carburetor's in terrible shape. We'll see if we can save this carburetor. If we can't save it, we may have to order a new carburetor for this one, but we'll see what we can do with this one first. The float in the carburetor is held in by this little pin. Most of the older carburetors, especially the metal ones, this pin slides out. It would slide out to either direction to release the float. These are little new plastic carburetors. The pin just snaps in there. So that's the float. And the needle sits right in this little slot here and hangs down right there. But as you can see, or may not be able to see, that needle is so corroded it's stuck in there. It won't even come out, so I'm going to have to get some pliers and pull that out. Alright, there's the needle. Man, there is so much corrosion in there, it's unbelievable. It's no wonder this lawnmower wasn't running. So we're going to have to get busy cleaning this. That's the hole where the needle drops down in to control the flow of fuel to the carburetor from the tank. And it's got corrosion everywhere. And I can already see this little plastic insert that has the jets in it. I'll pull this out here in a minute. I can already see corrosion all around it too, so this carburetor is in bad shape. I don't know if you can see the jet with the little hole down in the bottom of that hole, but that's where the fuel goes through, and it was clogged up. So I got it blown out and cleaned out, but we still got a long ways to go on this carburetor to get it clean, see if it's gonna even be able to work right. We're gonna pull this insert out next. This is new in these little plastic carburetors. This little plastic insert with the jets. Especially blowing carburetor cleaner in all these openings, trying to get this thing cleaned out inside. I'm gonna blow it out with the compressor. Now I'm gonna scrub the bowl, try to get this corrosion out of it. And I've still got my needle sitting down in the carburetor cleaner that I had soaking in the bowl, so let me get it out. There it is. See if we can clean up the needle. I don't want to mess up the little rubber tip there on the end. This upper part of it is pretty bad shape. I'm gonna have to do some scrubbing on that to get all of that off there so it's smooth. Okay. Now you can see how dirty this is coming out of the bowl. It's all that corrosion that was in there. So I'm gonna blow it out with the compressor and see what it looks like now. I'm cleaning out this little metal jet that's down in this hole here that comes from the fuel tank. So the fuel tank line comes in, fuel comes in, comes through that little hole. So I'm just making sure that's clean. I'm going to blow it out again with some carburetor cleaner and with some air from the compressor. So if the fuel was coming in from here, you can see where it's coming out. And that's how the fuel enters the carburetor from the fuel tank. So we got that cleaned out. But now I also need to clean out, it's hard to see with the lighting here, but there's another little hole down in here and one right down in there. We got everything, the upper part of the carburetor and the lower part and the little insert. That's all pretty clean. What I need to work on now is clean off the float a little, and I've got to see if I can get this needle clean. If I can't get this clean, I'll have to buy a new needle and put in there, but I'm going to see if I can't get it cleaned up. Still got corrosion. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that cleaned off, but I'm going to keep trying to see if I can get it cleaned up. I may get my wire brush on my wire wheel on my drill and use it and see if it'll help. You probably won't be able to see this on the camera. I got the needle cleaned up, but the metal is pitted on this upper part of the needle. The body of it, you can see it's pitted, but it still slides in and out okay here, so I'm going to try it and see if it'll work. I've got a new one on order, but it'll be a couple of days before it's here. I live out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like it's convenient to run to town and buy one. But we're going to go ahead and go back together with it, and I think it'll, because of the tip of the needle is still good, I think it's going to work all right because it doesn't bind up, so it should be okay. I'm going to clean up this pin that holds the float down in the carburetor. I'm going to clean it up so that it's smooth and doesn't bind on anything, hopefully. It's not in bad shape anyway, it's pretty good. So now, we're going to start going back together with the carburetor. I'm going to start off with this insert. This little opening, this little jet right here, we want it facing toward this part of the carburetor. So we're going to put it right here.
Sorry, I got hot and had to turn my fan on, that's why it's so loud now.
I had to turn my fan off so you could hear. Now we're going to go in with the needle. We're going to hang it on the float. See this little groove? Slides right in there and hangs from the float. And we're going to get the pin, slide it into the back part of the float there, see where it goes. Drop the needle, goes right down in that opening where the jet is, where the fuel comes in from the tank. And it's just gonna snap into the groove. Now you can see the float moves freely. It drops and rises. So as the fuel inside the bowl of carburetor is being used up by the engine, it gets lower and lower in the float, pulls the little needle down and opens that jet so more fuel can come in. As more fuel comes in, it raises the float and pushes the pin, the needle, against the jet to close off the flow of fuel. So this is moving freely now, so we should be good. And now when we put the bowl back on, you can see this little area here, this indention. That little indention needs to be turned so that it sits right above this raised part here. So there's room for that. That's how you know which direction this goes on. So now we've got the bowl pushed back onto the upper part of the carburetor. We can get our two screws that we took out and put those back in. Now our carburetor's clean, back together. So we're ready to clean that for. Before I put it back on the lawnmower, we're going to clean up the area where it hooks onto the lawnmower because it's pretty dirty over there. We're going to clean that up first. I'm also going to clean up this air cleaner assembly because it's really dirty. Now I'm going to hold the fuel tank back over here behind the camera and try to clean it off some, blow it off with the compressor. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try to get the fuel tank and the carburetor back on. We'll hook the fuel line up to the carburetor here. It goes back on a lot easier than it came off, I can tell you that. Just pushed it back on. And I'm going to slide this clamp right there and release it. The fuel line is connected. So now we can put the fuel tank and the carburetor back on. It's getting pretty hot in here, so I had to turn on my fan. Hopefully the noise isn't too bad. Hopefully you can still hear me. But basically just going to put the air cleaner back on, which also helps hold the carburetor in place. And once we get the air cleaner back on, we'll put the recoil starter back on top and put a little fresh gas in it and see if we've got a running lawnmower. After church tomorrow, I'll have to go by and buy a air filter for this because remember I did not have an air filter in it and I don't have one right now, so I'll pick one up tomorrow. I hooked the tube back up that goes on the back of the air cleaner. I put it back on. And now we're going to put the screws back in there to hold it on. Start off with the two smaller screws on the inside. Now we'll put the two bigger screws back on. Now we'll put a little bit of fresh gas in it and we'll put the recoil starter back on top and then see if it'll start up. Now we're going to find out if our carburetor clean job worked out for us and see if this is going to start up and mow okay. hope this video was helpful. Maybe it can help you get your lawnmower going again. And I appreciate you watching the videos, and I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and comment on the videos and share them with your friends, and it would help the channel. Thanks a lot.